Was the Bible trying to tell us something? Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. The four horsemen of the apocalypse, flags from these countries. Something to consider here. You know, God always has multiple meanings to his word. I know sometimes people get upset. They're like, no, that's not what it is. It's like, just calm down. It's going to be okay. Take a chill pill and an ice cream. You know, it's going to be okay. Okay? Take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. God is in control. But he does have often multiple fulfillments to what he puts in Scripture. And I think he just gets a kick out of it. You know, it's like three-dimensional Bible. You know, it's 3D chess, so to speak. So it's, you know, it goes beyond just a surface understanding of the Scripture, and then you go a little bit deeper, and then it's like, and then wow, and then you just keep getting more and more excited about how God hides things in his word. So the four horsemen, there's many ways to go over the four horsemen. And I suppose I should read this to you first from Scriptura. Okay, so it says, I looked on, this is the NET version. I don't think I've ever read from this version, but I like that they had the term pale green because that's really what the color is. But it says, I looked on when the Lamb opened one of the seven seals, and I heard one of the four living creatures saying with a thunderous voice, "Come." So I looked, and here came a white horse. The one who had rode it had a bow, and he was given a crown, and as a conqueror he rode out to conquer. Then when the Lamb opened the second seal, I heard the second living creature saying, "Come." And another horse, fiery red, came out, and the one who rode it was granted permission to take peace from the earth so that people would butcher one another. That sounds fun. And he was given a huge sword. Then when the Lamb opened the third seal, I heard the third living creature saying, "Come." So I looked, and here came a black horse. The one who rode it had a balance scale in his hand. Then I heard something like a voice from among the four living creatures saying, "A quart of wheat will cost a day's pay, and 3 quarts of barley will cost a day's pay. But do not damage the olive oil and the wine." Then when the Lamb opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth living creature saying, "Everyone, come." So I looked, and here came a pale green horse. The name of the one who rode it was Death, and Hades following right behind. They were given authority over a fourth of the earth to kill its population with the sword. Very nice. Famine and disease, and by the wild animals of the earth. So we've been reading about these things for many years, and I know it's not very nice to think about those things, but it is what's going to happen. What's nice about it is that God is coming back. Woo-hoo-hoo! Sweet God, sweet God. So, that's what's most exciting about all of this. But just for this purpose, there are 4 colors that are pointed out in these 4 seals. We have white horse, and then we have a fiery red horse, and then we have a black horse, and then we have a pale green horse, or kind of a pukey green. You know, they also use the same pale green horse on the COP 2 to the 8 that's coming up here in December. We talked about that in another video. But isn't that curious and interesting that they would choose to use these colors of all colors, right? Colors. Now this one, this, of course, we're talking about Pala of the Stein right now, is of the Real. And it's interesting, on the side they say, it's because Palace of the Stein is the cause of the Arma of the Geddon. The white horse brings a piece of the treaty, and then the red horse cancels the piece of the treaty and brings WAR to Israel. The black horse causes famine in Israel, and the pale green horse brings death to Israel. Now, again, hindsight is always 20/20 with all of these things. So we can look to the future, and everybody has their ideas and opinions, and it might be this and it might be that, but then it starts to happen. And that's the moment when the rubber, as they say, meets the road, and we have to kind of deal with what's actually happening in front of us, right? So it is intriguing that the colors, and that ultimately the center of the focus around all of this is Israel, right? So it's interesting that the colors of all four horsemen are found in the flags of those who hate and detest Israel oh so much. Oh so much. They do not like them. So, and they are the ones who have started this current flood that we are living through. They are living through. We're witnessing, I guess. But it is kind of intriguing when you think about all these different countries and nations, and that of all the colors they could choose, they somehow came to these four colors as the colors of choice. Wow, that's a lot. Would you not say? Would you not say? Like, no one's like, hey, let's sprinkle in some yellow with the eagle or the sun, but pretty much those are the four colors right there. You've got the white, you've got the red, you've got the black, and you have the green. Kind of a pale green, too. It's not a forest green. It's not like a deep green. The fiery red. Kind of intriguing, wouldn't you say? I mean, they don't read the New Testament of the Christian Bible, so where did they just happen to get these colors from? One must ask the question, must we not?